Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Denizen Sucks podcast.
Denizen sucks.
We do.
Yeah.
But we are so lucky and grateful to be joined by the great Kevin Legal of SpaceBacon.
Pete, remember we discussed this. I'm supposed to plug our own stuff before we get to the guest. So we
Oh,
have
yeah.
an album coming out, folks,
Sorry.
in the new year. So just
Remember that.
exactly. And we are joined by Kevin Legal, bass player extraordinaire from SpaceBacon. Now
Yes.
we're yeah.
Yes. Let's get to the important part.
Exactly.
And start
Exactly.
talking to Kevin.
God bless.
Thanks for being on the pod, man. How are you tonight?
Of course, doing well. Enjoying the last days of summer.
Nice.
Yes, the dog days of summer. And you're calling in from upstate New York, it sounds like.
Uh,
Not really. No, it's Dobbs Ferry. He's in Westchester with me.
Yeah, there's always this
Upstate
debate.
only if you have that New York
Yeah.
City bias thing going on.
I was going to say,
It's
there's always that
relative.
debate.
It's relative to where you are. I feel like with the upstate debate, it's like you talk to people in New York City and they're like, "Oh, you're from upstate," but then if you talk to people from like further up north, they just keep on moving the bar.
If you're
Uh,
south of Putnam County, man, I mean, it's hard to make the argument, in my opinion. But yeah, Westchester all the way, the best Chester. God bless.
Okay.
Do you live around there, or you?
Yeah, born and raised. Well, I grew up in
Nice.
Queens and then moved to Eastchester when I was 6 or 7.
Ooh, Eastchester, not the best Chester, but we'll let it slide.
Is that, I have to ask, is that a lava lamp to your right?
Yes, it is. It's
Wow.
not on. I could turn it on though.
That'd be awesome. For folks that don't know or that were born after the year 2000, probably no one watches the pod that was born after the year 2000, but lava lamps were an awesome thing from the 90s. I had one myself.
God bless.
Yeah,
How
man.
about how often are you home? Like, I feel like you guys are touring like crazy. Do I have that roughly right? It looks like it.
I mean, it's been a busy summer, but
Yeah.
we were busy in June, July, and we were in Colorado for my birthday on the 8th, and then we're going to be in Camp Scampi this Saturday, August 29th.
We had Big Shrimp on. They
Nice.
were awesome. And yeah, so we got the
Were they,
lowdown.
did they call in from the highway?
That was the band. Yeah, they were calling in from their tour bus, so that was a lot of fun.
Ridiculous.
But they are the hosts, I believe, of Camp Scampi, if I have that correct.
Yeah, they're hosting it. I
Cool.
think they did another festival a while back in Syracuse, but this is the first iteration of Camp Scampi.
That's so
Nice.
cool.
And that's what, this weekend you said? When is it?
Yeah, it's we're playing Saturday. We're closing out the festival, late night set, main stage, but I think it's Friday and Saturday. Maybe there's a Thursday thing.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's in central New York. I forget where exactly, but
Nice.
Modown something. It's not related to Mo, but the venue is called Mo something.
Yes,
So
that's what they were saying. I was confused by that as well. Yeah, some guy named Mo, I guess, was what they said. Some dude.
there's no period at the end, so
Right. That's
So it's not
crucial.
the band.
That is a crucial distinguishing factor. So Kevin, you guys are a little mysterious to find out about. Yeah, I was trying to research the early days and the formation, and I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how this whole project came about. You guys have been doing it, I gather, since roughly 2013. Is that right?
Yep.
When we
So
started.
how did it all get going?
Yeah, so we met the band I guess started with me, our current keyboardist Chris, and our former original guitarist Jack Willard. We met at Fordham University. Uh
Rams, go
it's
Rams. I was there 2013, so
oh,
God bless.
wait, you're at Fordham in 2013?
I was in the grad program though.
Oh,
You were
gotcha.
undergrads?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I graduated 14, Jack and Chris graduated 13. And me and
Who
Chris.
did you have? Because there's some required. I was in the philosophy department. I gotta know. You
Oh,
had some required philosophy teachers. Who were they?
yeah. I had the head of the Jesuits. I forget his name.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, it wasn't one of us
Uh,
grad students. That's good for you.
yeah. No,
Yeah, fair enough.
Chris was, I think, a philosophy double
Oh,
major,
that's awesome.
with English too. So he took more of that stuff. Uh, but yeah, we met, at parties. But I think it was like 2013. I invited him to come over. I just moved on campus or off campus with like a full studio, and we jammed. And then the neighbors called the super, so we had to turn it off. But we kind of just, played music. We went to my friend's college like 2 weeks after. We were kind of just messing around, having fun, and then it wasn't until I guess March of 2013. Yeah, so we started jamming in the fall of 2012, but March 2013 is when the band started. Originally we were a five-piece with two guitars, and we kind of just played parties and had fun, and then eventually evolved to a four-piece, started getting more serious. We started a lot like in the Bronx at Fordham house parties, but we also played
Yeah.
Garcia's a lot. Our friends were bartending there.
Oh, awesome.
It just opened up. We were also playing New
Yeah.
York City, so. Those are really cool.
Garcia's is, for those not acquainted, is part of the Portchester Capitol Theater. Awesome scene there. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to play not once a month, but maybe once every 2 months kind of
Oh,
thing.
wow. Nice. Yeah.
It was a lot of
Such a
fun.
great room.
Yeah, no, we had a lot of fun memories there. It was just a great place to kind of grow and blossom. And then after college, we eventually moved to Brooklyn, and that was a cool scene there. A lot of homies, and we, just kept on working, put out a couple albums,
Yeah.
EP, and here we are today, 13 years later. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Still
That's
going.
that's a long haul, and in the middle of that, a pandemic too. Has it been basically since the five went to a four piece? It's been the same kind of lineup the whole time.
We switched our sound engineer who's been with us since, I don't know, 2015. His name is Alfred Rylands. Our guitarist, you know, wanted to change his lifestyle, move back home. So in 2023, we switched our sound engineer who mixed all our albums, whether live or studio, took over, and he's been with us ever since.
Were you recording your albums in Brooklyn too?
No, I think we did the EP at my parents' house. We did the full length at a friend's house in Vermont.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out home recordings. All right.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and jump into my first question, Dave, unless you're chomping at the bit.
No.
Um, I want to talk a little bit about Jamtronica, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, how you'd maybe describe yourselves. And I know that they kind of the genre relies heavily on loops and kind of synthesizer stuff. I'm curious when you guys are getting into a jam, how do you prevent kind of getting stuck in a repetitive loop where kind of the rhythm section feels locked in, but the melody kind of doesn't have anywhere to go? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I play bass. I don't know anything about melody. So for me, it's very repetitive, and that's kind of the beauty of it. I think a lot of Jamtronica, at least in this iteration, focuses around like house music, just
Yep.
Right.
and mimicking the style. It's organic music trying to mimic something that's electronic and on a loop. In terms of it being stale, I mean, from my perspective, I think not to give away the secret formula, but you kind of start out very basic. You start out fundamentally rudimentary on a root note. Then you probably add, I'll listen to other people. If it's going major or minor, you float in one direction, and then you kind of take it from there. You add another, say it's an A, maybe I'll go to C or something else. You
Yeah.
have two chords, and then it eventually becomes four, and then you do a turnaround, and then that's kind of like the gist of it. So we've been doing this for so many years that we kind of have a formula that works where we're able to take something really like have that evolve, and then once it's like ready, we take it out of the oven and serve it.
Yeah, and that kind of leads into my next question. You've kind of been in the scene for over a decade now, and you've sort of seen the Jamtronica landscape evolve. Kind of curious if you could talk to the bass playing, like current trends that maybe you're seeing within bass playing of Jamtronica that you're maybe trying to avoid in your own performances.
It's a good question.
And
I
maybe the answer is there is no kind of current trend, but I'm just curious if you what
yeah,
you've seen over the years and how you're kind of trying to separate yourself.
I don't know if things. I mean, I don't really like if I'll see like Lotus Live or Disco Biscuits, like I'll pay attention to what they're doing and I'll be like, okay, that's interesting.
Right.
Um, I don't know specifically because it's been a while since I've seen them live or like really
Hmm.
listened or studied to their music. But whenever I see a jam band or Jamtronica, whatever subgenre perform live, it's hard for me as a musician not to be studying it. And I
Yeah.
think subconsciously, like I'm always kind of taking, tabs as to what they do. And I'm
Uh,
like, well, it's cool, but I have my own style and I've been playing music for many years and I've always kind of been against the grain. When I was in high school, people were like, "Oh, we want to be like Metallica or this." I'm like, "Well, that's not how music evolves." I know you're supposed to mimic certain things and grow from that. And I think subconsciously I kind of just do whatever I want, or I'll look at other forms of music to kind of
Find
emulate
inspiration.
and yeah, and then bring that into Jamtronica because there's already a lot of great bands and I don't I respect them, but I don't want to be like them. I want to do our own thing, and that's kind of how
right.
SpaceBacon is able to withstand. We've been around for so many years, we've played so many shows. I think we just do whatever we do, whether it's incorporate heavier elements of genres like heavy metal or rock or do these really cool late night electronic sets where we're on the grid or we're really exploring that facet of music. So in terms of trends, like I'm not an expert or historian on it, but I think music is always evolving. And I think after, for me personally, I have, like I mentioned before in the previous question, I have my foundation of doing it.
Hmm.
And I've noticed, when I go back to jams from, 16 or even, 2023, it I think as musicians, we're always evolving and becoming better. So, you know, if anything, I study myself more than anyone else.
Yeah.
And because you don't want to get stale too. Not that I think people understand our formula or how we do it as of like, right now, but you always kind of want to push the envelope, maybe try something else, and if it
Yeah.
sticks, it does. If it doesn't, it's also cool to go back and be like, hey, we did this like 10 years ago, whatever. Let's try to do this again because that was really cool how we like, toggled back and forth on something, or maybe, instead of the turnaround note being one note, maybe it was like a whole other progression.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I consider myself like a little bit of a acoustic purist kind of in my mind. I part of it is just I'm very ignorant of like technology and like its use with music, I will
Mhm.
confess. Um, but I, I I I feel like the fluidity of the acoustic style is kind of how it stays fresh for me anyway. And this may be a reiteration of what Pete was already asking, but like you guys play live so often, given that there's this, from my end again as a kind of purist, it feels like there's an anchor, a technological anchor that's the same always. How do you
Mhm.
guys keep it fresh given the kind of incorporation of some of that other stuff? Does that make
Well,
any sense?
we're not like on the grid. We don't
Right.
some bands use like Ableton. We
Uh,
use in-ears, but it's mostly to do certain talkbacks or just to
okay.
prevent tinnitus, even though we all have tinnitus.
Yeah.
We're very organic in what we do.
Uh-huh. I've
Like
seen,
I
yeah.
mentioned, sometimes we'll be on the grid for like the electronic covers, or very rarely we do it. But I think at
Yeah.
the core of it, even though we are kind of, we're Jamtronica with electronic, elements, the electronic elements are coming from the synthesizer and everything else is very organic.
Yeah. Fair enough. Like who are your I'm a little bit out of this world, I'll be honest. Like who are your inspirations for the project? Other bands you looked up to in this kind of, you mentioned Lotus, Disco Biscuits. Were there any others like from earlier eras? I'm just kind of curious.
It's a good question. I feel like I'm a black sheep. I kind of listen to different genres.
Uh,
It's always been my thing, like, growing up too in high school, like, I'd always if I was like in a punk band, even though I like punk at the time, I kind of like would look elsewhere for like reggae or like
right,
classic rock and try to bring in certain
right.
elements of that. And when I was in like a funk band, I tried to bring other elements into it. And that's kind of been my MO is to always try to bring something else to the table. Um,
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, we would
yeah.
hope. Yeah. I mean,
But when I first started, I think the first Jamtronica band I saw was STS9, and I didn't really get it. But
uh,
then the second time I went, it was Dopapod and Kung Fu, and I was really into those guys for a
yeah.
while. 'Cause I think I was playing like more really Red Hot Chili Peppers at the time, and Kung Fu was kind of like a good gateway. And at the time in college, Dopapod, everyone was talking about them, and it was like, oh,
Right.
this is like really cool. It's really unique how they're like, they're very talented and they're very well educated musically. So it's interesting. It's very, it challenges you, and
Right.
that was really cool. I think at the beginning we were very inspired by that, but then my keyboardist and his friends were very big into the Biscuits from '09,
Yeah.
and Lotus was kind of like, a part of that as well, the same scene. Um, I mean, there's so many bands. I don't know, I'm just blanking on it. I should have been
Yeah.
more
I
focused.
mean, yeah.
But
Right. No, no,
those are
those
kind of
are
like
Good.
the big ones.
all awesome groups. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Humphreys McGee is another one, right? Although I don't know if they're Jamtronica. Would they just be
They're
classified
even
as like
just kind of a jam band, really.
they're just
I
a
don't know.
jam band? I
They're
think I
I don't know.
mentioned I think they're from Philadelphia. That's why I mentioned it.
No, they're from the Midwest.
Oh darn. Okay, wait. Disco Biscuits are from Philadelphia then.
They're
Disco Biscuit.
Philadelphia. They
Yeah.
started Penn State. Lotus started in Ohio, then moved to Pennsylvania to Philly, I believe. New
I-
Deal's from Philly. Dopapod is Boston that moved to. It's hard to keep track. It's.
We're gonna edit all this, run it through the AI. It'll all be perfectly accurate when we air it, so it'll be fine. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you speaking of AI, I mean, does that change, I don't know, any of this for you guys? Do you feel like that's something you I'm always really interested in this kind of stuff because I find like Trent Reznor, for example, is a great example of like he frustrates a purist like me because I listen to Nine Inch Nails and I'm like, this is fucking awesome, and I just would never have some of the stuff that he's doing is very artistic with new sounds and like computer generated stuff. This is a very old reference because I'm like a million years old, um, but anyway, I wonder about AI and if there are opportunities that you see for music in this kind of a style, or not really, or I don't know. Doesn't really change the game at all.
I mean, I'm a computer programmer, so
Ah,
I've used it and then I stopped using it because
uh-huh.
they did the whole bait and switch where it's like, oh, it's really good. Oh, and then you have to pay like exorbitant
Oh
amount
yeah,
of
yeah,
money
right,
and
of
then
course, yeah,
use
right.
the shitty version. It's
Uh-huh.
so like, yeah, I mean, I use it for work sometimes, but I more and more I use it less because I want to use my brain. But
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
I remember what
yeah,
that was.
I
Yeah,
hear that.
yeah, like, a lot of our, we hire artists to do a lot of our you know, yearly tour stuff. I would like to support humans and try to use humans more as possible. Um, even with us, we don't use AI for music at all. At least I hope no one else's. But we do writing sessions. We come to my house. We go to someone else's house. We
I'm not necessarily even talking about like because I told it's the art. It's like your expression. You don't want the AI to do it. But I guess my question is, are there opportunities not as a creative partner, but as a tool for making some of this? I don't know.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, Fred, who's our sound engineer, I don't think he uses AI, but I
Yeah.
could think of certain scenarios with AI where it's like, hey, I have this very tedious task where at each bar I have to like do something.
Right.
I
I
feel
see.
like
Yeah, yeah.
for
Uh,
like I'll use that on my job where it's like, please alphabetize this giant CSS file. And
uh-huh.
it's great. Like for stuff like that. Like I could see benefits. I don't really produce music. I kind of just play guitar or bass and then just
Fair enough.
demo.
But
But
now, but I do want to ask because I know your live setup does rely on kind of complex MIDI routing, synth
no, we
patches.
don't. We don't
Oh,
use
you
any.
don't? Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
No, we've sometimes implemented it at a very bare bones level. Like for
Okay.
example, if you go to like the Northland set, there are certain aspects of it where we worked to a grid because it was with an electronic drum kit. It was like a silent disco. So we have done in the past, but we
It's
we like to be organic. I think we're so tight at this point after so
Yeah.
many is that we prefer just to like let the music speak for itself and our performance just, be natural.
Yeah. No, you guys are tight as shit. I did watch a little bit of that Northlands set. I think you have on YouTube. I think it was the
Yeah,
Northland.
it's a good one. It's
Yeah, you guys crushed. Um, yeah. What do you ever? Are you just you're electric bass guy, obviously, but do you ever do the upright with any of this stuff?
when I was in high school, I was really, I mean, I'm like not as much anymore, but I was really into music. Like I was supposed to go to school for tuba. I was playing
Nice.
string bass. I was doing
Whoa.
bone. I got into SUNY Purchase, but my parents were like, you should go to Fordham. It's like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I can't.
yeah.
Again, I can't. I can't say that was a bad decision as a Ram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I forgot I was on a podcast or maybe like a article recently. It's like, when I really enjoy playing music as not a career. I like, on the weekends performing or during the week if it's local. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we're very fortunate to have this outlet to express ourselves and this passion. And I don't regret anything in my life. And if I went to music school, sure that would have been cool, but it would have
God,
been.
I regret everything in my life. Are you kidding me? Man, Jesus.
Well,
That's
Dave
awesome though.
also Dave's 800 years old, so
That's
you
right.
you got
I got a
time,
lot
but
of life to regret.
you might have some regrets in 700 years. But in
We're
any
very
event,
optimistic on the Denizen Sucks podcast, let me
let's
say.
fucking go.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Um,
I did want to ask you about that because I absolutely agree with you. Like I feel like once you there is an element and where you if you make the art your vocation, maybe something changes. And so I'd love to just talk to you a little bit about how you balance that, where you have a quote unquote day job as a programmer, but you guys are also on the road a good amount. So my question is, A, how do you make that work? And then B, how does the rest of the band do it? Do they have similar, jobs that they can just do on the road?
Uh, I mean, me and someone else. I don't know. I don't want someone else in the band. We work remote, and then the other
Okay.
two they have to go to physical locations.
Okay.
So we do have to balance it. Like music's great, but family and our careers come first. So we have to find that nice balance where it's like, hey, well, we have a really cool opportunity, or like, we have to take a day off. Like, we have a lot of conversations when we book shows because
right.
we got to focus on our livelihoods first. But we make it work, and we've been doing it for years. I mean, I've done personally many meetings in the car, or just like coding in the car, and
Yeah,
it.
you make it work. That's awesome. And then do you guys have someone who like a booking agent who's kind of coordinating when you have these
Yeah,
opportunities come up?
yeah. So we work with our friend Sam Hutch for many years. He now works at Pivotal Agency based out of, sorry, Austin, Texas, and they have large acts like Disco and Papadosio and a whole roster. So we're very fortunate to have a great partnership with them. And yeah, they'll send us offers, or we'll be like, hey, we want to maybe try out these
Yeah.
areas, and we see what works. And we have a great manager, Chelsea, who helps liaison that and make sure everything is run smoothly. So we have a great team behind the band, making sure everything works out well.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, it's definitely a lot of moving parts for sure. And Dave and I really over the years have kind of done the majority of that legwork in terms of like booking shows and whatnot. So it's definitely a thankless task. So we appreciate you shouting them out. I guess going forward, what's kind of on the docket after Camp Scampy? Do you guys have any other kind of big things on the horizon? I saw you guys are playing Brooklyn Bowl in October, which we played. Great venue.
Yeah. Uh, we got to put out a statement, but Brooklyn Bowl is going to be our last show for this year. We have a lot of, I'm getting married. Other people
Hey.
are having big life events this year, so we're just focusing on 2027 after that. And I think we're really fortunate to kind of really focus on a big hometown show like Brooklyn Bowl. We headlined it last year. We did really well, and we're
Nice.
excited to be back in the fall on Friday, October 23rd, and we have our really close friends Disco that are gonna be co-headlining, kicking off the night, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
amazing venue. Such great acoustics in there. We played it what, three times now, Dave? Something like that.
That's right.
yeah, we have a long history. Our drummer used to work there. We've done a lot of shows opening up for larger acts, and last year we did an article. We talked more about this, but Brooklyn Bowl, Garcia's, Capitol Theater, all the Pete Shapiro venues
That's
mean
right.
a lot to us, and we've worked with them either professionally or with the band. So it's cool. I mean, I love Brooklyn Bowl. We're Brooklyn based, and it's just nice to be home.
Totally. The rest of the band, they're all in the city then. They sort of live in and around New York City.
Yeah, in or around. Brooklyn's too expensive, so we're
Yes, God knows.
slowly moving away. But there was for many years we still practice there. We have a studio we rent out from a friend.
Yeah.
Our drummer still lives there, but you know, less.
13 years in, are you guys like rehearsing a lot? Like, how does that work? Like, what is the sort of the day to day when you're
Yeah,
not playing shows and whatnot?
yeah, like I said, our work schedules, it's kind of hard to balance, but we'll probably practice once or twice before a show.
Right.
We'll do writing sessions. I got a couple of small amps here. Before like, in June we did like 3 weekends back to back to back, and then we had a week off, then we did New Jersey. So we really prepared a lot for that on the front end. We did a lot of practicing before it got too hectic because, you don't know if something happens and you can't practice before a show. So depending on the schedule, we'll practice accordingly. But for Brooklyn Bowl, between Camps Campy and that, we have a lot of time. We're trying to release an album for that show, so I think we're gonna try and rehearse some new material from that album if possible, or
Yeah.
some interesting stuff. So, we don't want to waste that time, so we'll probably just plan accordingly and see what we can do with the performance material.
So you guys are last on Saturday night
Yeah, yeah, we're headlining, or it's a co-headline, but I don't.
with Spafford. No,
Sorry, what are you talking about for this Saturday?
I was talking about Camp Scamby coming up this weekend.
Yeah, well, Spafford's the headline, of course, because
Right,
they're
right.
a great band, but we're playing afterwards.
You're playing after them. Wow.
Yeah, we're closing out the late night set.
Uh, um,
Late now, how late are we talking? What time do you think you'll go on?
The schedule is live.
Probably past Dave's bedtime.
12:45 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's definitely past his bedtime.
Yeah,
Pete's already asleep right now. Are you kidding me?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. He's 800. I'm like 775.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good stuff. So, Kevin, what do you like to do besides music? Any other hobbies that we should know about?
I always
Coding.
question. I mean, I like coding, but it's a job.
Well, that's his
Right,
job.
right. No, I know.
I mean, I like to ski in the winter time.
Nice.
Um,
Summer's
oh,
just
I have a lot of hobbies. I should ask my fiance. I lose track, but I don't know, I have a garden in the backyard. I cook a lot.
oh, that's awesome.
I
Yeah.
go biking. Try to exercise. Uh,
Nice, man.
uh, Wedding planning. You know?
Yeah, I guess you can call that a hobby.
Uh, it's the
I
best,
mean,
man. It's the best.
yeah. I mean, I've been playing guitar more recently than bass, which is nice. I got like a new amp, so it's been cool going back to relearning AC/DC and Stairway to Heaven.
Oh yeah. Was guitar or bass your first instrument? Or
It was trombone and then guitar, and then I bought a bass and I did jazz band in high school, and then kind of preferred bass for a while because too many strings on guitar.
Dude, trombone. I love the trombone. You still play it?
No, I transitioned to playing tuba because no one else played tuba, and I was like a if you want to get into college, you got to do the funky instrument. So I did that. It was fun, but I've like went back to my high school like maybe like a couple years ago for a reunion thing, and that was the last time I played tuba.
Oh, you played it. You played it in the reunion.
Yeah, yeah. I'm friends with the teacher currently. Oh, it says time left 10 minutes, but
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we
but
know.
the
yeah.
cheap Zoom guys. Denizens. It's partly why we suck. It's all
You
part
don't
of it.
use Google?
Uh, we use well. It's yeah. It's oh no, it's Zoom. We do
Can't
Zoom.
you record on Google and isn't it free or is there a duration?
Listen, Kevin. I know you come here with all your
What?
coding knowledge and stuff, and you're getting the sense that me and Pete
You're
just
using big
discovered the
words.
rotary phone over here, which is pretty much accurate. But we're sticking with Zoom,
When
okay? And the
you
cheap one, the
when
free one.
you when you look up the word Luddite in a dictionary, it's a picture of my cousin.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
right. I recently got a smartphone, so again,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
I want to downgrade to a dumb phone.
I had one of them light phones. You hear those? It's a terrible company.
It's so bad.
They're terrible. But
Mm.
yeah, I had to go back to the in sad defeat. I had to march back to the smartphone. Anyway,
March back to the future.
yes, nice.
See what we did
Uh,
there?
all right, we got to leave some time for the much vaunted lightning round. Kevin, are
Oh,
you
no.
ready? First thing, off the cuff. Um, best best show you've ever played. Oh, see, first thing.
Probably the Caverns in 2024. We played in the cave and it was
Oh
a
my
very
God.
large amount of people. Probably
The Caverns is in where? It's in
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yes, I've seen that venue. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it was such a fun set, and a lot of people came in because it was hot and it's really cool in there. Also, they came to see music, but it was like I don't know if it was 1,000, but it was a lot of people, and we played such a killer set. Um, Probably the best set we've played. But I do think we did an opening set at Ardmore for Perpetual Groove, and I thought that was really good too. But Caverns,
Nice.
definitely.
That's my hometown.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Philly's awesome. We
Yeah,
probably.
We played Ardmore a couple times. Great venue. Used to be Brownies 23 East
Mm-hmm.
way back in the day. Okay. How about Living or Dead? Who would any musician that you'd like to join for a SpaceBacon set that would join you guys?
Uh, I have no clue. I mean, we've had like Barber sit in. That was cool. From Disco Biscuits, that was really cool. We had the drummer Alan sit in. We had the bassist of Magic Bean sit in recently. We've had a lot of great musicians sitting with us. Uh,
Nice.
I don't know. I'm always bad at these. Uh,
You're doing great.
Is that lava lamp on now? It looks like it is.
yes, it is.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know. I mean, I was just listening to you guys talk with Pink Talking Fish. I think he said Trey, so I might go with Trey.
Uh,
It's a good one.
Yeah.
yeah, I just saw my first fish show recently. It was transcendent.
Nice.
Um, uh, piece of art track you're most proud of?
That I've created, or just
Sure. Yeah, SpaceBacon, but you either one.
uh I mean, I do the artwork for the shirts, and I'm pretty proud of those. Not that I
Oh,
make like I commission them. Um,
Well, I think Dave, you meant song, right?
I mean, yeah, exactly.
uh,
Track,
I don't know.
live performance, something we should hear.
I mean, the Cavern show is top notch.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, we have a EP from 2016 called Node that I really like, and we have an album from 2021 called Cone, and we're putting out a new album hopefully this year, and the new album sounds great. We just got the masters, so
Yeah.
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 now let's go right into that if we can. When is the planned drop date? Do we have a
I
date?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to give too much information. It's in the works, you
And
know.
It's in the works.
I kind of feel like you're so similar to like this is why I'm like, sometime in 2027 we'll have an album out. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully Brooklyn Bowl. You know, we'll
Nice.
we'll see what happens. You never
Cool.
know because it's really hard putting out an album. It's hard
Yes.
to record it. It's hard to mix it. You
Yep.
know, you want to make it perfect, but you can't make it too perfect because otherwise you don't release it. So
You guys said you're like DIYing it, or you're recording
we
somewhere.
we recorded it all on our own. Our guitarist, you know, he was our sound engineer. He still mixes our stuff or majority, depending on his schedule. But he mixed the full album that we're putting out.
Okay.
Yeah. Took a long time. I give him a lot of credit and thank you, Fred.
Thank
Nice.
you, Fred. Yep, it is quite a process.
Um,
We're mid recording right now.
Nice.
uh, um, uh, very serious. Space bacon, bacon, egg, and cheese, or bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
That's the
Oh
right
God.
answer. That's
Oh
totally the
man.
right answer.
Yeah.
Were
We're
you going to
talking
say
hot sauce.
BLT, Dave?
What's that?
Were you going to say BLT?
No.
Okay,
But
good.
but I'm gonna condition it on some hot sauce. My
Well,
BEC better have some damn hot sauce.
that actually goes right into my next lightning round question. What's your favorite hot sauce?
That wasn't no.
There's a lot of good ones.
We coordinate
Uh,
and plan these things so well.
I always have the Cholula, the sweet one.
Oh, I don't think I've had that. It's like a different type.
Yeah, I put it on my tacos. I don't
That
know.
sounds great.
I never really get the same hot sauce twice. I just kind of just
Oof. Heraclitus over here.
my
Wow. There's
Um,
just so many hot sauces out there, folks.
you're at
friend makes it.
Pugsley's.
I guess my friend, I'll
Oh,
give him a shout out, Captain Cook. He makes hot sauce. I've only had it once. I still ask for more of it, but it was like a coffee habanero that was good.
We'll see if we can link his stuff after. We'll get our social media manager on that.
please, let's link the hot sauce. This is a Fordham specific question. You're at Pugsley's now, at the counter. Are you getting a slice or are you getting a chicken roll?
You get both, the combo,
Oh, good man.
and then you
We
get the
have a
ranch
winner
sauce,
right there.
and then you get the ranch on the side with the
Oh, love is it,
habanero.
man. Love is it.
I've eaten pizza every day at college for a little bit, and it affected my
Oh
metabolism.
man. Shout out Sal at Pugsley's. That is, I think I take my kids there. For my money, best pizza in the Bronx.
I do miss Bellini's though. They had a really good pasta slice, but I think he moved to California. Full Moon's all right. I mean, they're all good.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean Pugsley's, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Kevin, God bless you for doing the Denizen Sucks podcast. I'm so excited that we have two Camp Scampy vets here, and good luck with that this weekend.
Totally.
Thank you.
And
Good luck with the new album.
yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you. No, it's been a
Um,
pleasure. Thanks for having me.
yeah, all the best, man.
You got it, man. Thanks again.
Of course.
Adios.
Ciao.